don't know if you can hear that, but there's an ice cream truck outside my building, so apologize for that noise, but I kind of like it. What I have here today is something that was kindly donated by Bruce. So Bruce, thank you. It's something that I've had before, but not in this state. I have Acerolas. We've got the ripe Acerola and also an unripe Acerola. And he said that these are actually very interesting to try. They've got a very distinct flavor when you have them unripe. Now I've had the Acerola before, and the one that I had was between the two. It was not completely ripe like this, and it was not completely unripe either. So the one that I had was like a little bit immature, but not fully. So it's interesting to see one that's even like juicier and more plump like this. And Bruce sent me quite a few of these. Sent me a little Tupperware full, and only like one or two of them made it. So of the ripe ones, these are very squishy and succulent. So they're not something that ship very well. But what's interesting about the Acerola, if you haven't watched my episode before, is that these are jam-packed full of vitamin C. There's like a lot. I forget how much. It's something, I'll put it on the screen because it's some ridiculous number. Yeah, that much. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, insane. Totally crazy. I don't know what that says, but I know it's high. And this is actually used, unsurprisingly, in natural vitamin supplements. So this is a good way to get your C. The unripe one I don't believe has as much vitamin C in it, so it should taste quite a bit different, I think. And yeah, so let me start things off by trying the ripe one. It's a little bit overripe, but it's still good. For something that is so high in vitamin C, it's actually not very sour. I mean, it is, but it's not like crazy sour. On a level of like 1 to 10, where 10's a lemon, I would put this around a 6. So like not too crazy high, but still pretty high. And it tastes a little bit like cranberry and maybe a little bit like cherry. It's got a very distinct flavor to it. It's maybe a little bit like pomegranate and starfruit. It tastes like starfruit. That's kind of bizarre. Okay, so let's try the green one. Is the green one going to taste like starfruit? I have no idea. It does have that starfruit flavor, but it's got something else. A little bit like loquat. It kind of has the juiciness of a loquat. It's not as succulent as the red ones, but it's still juicy, but a little bit firm, the way loquats are. And I'm picking up just the slightest hint of cantaloupe. I know, it's totally crazy. I wouldn't have expected that, but yeah, totally has like a little touch of cantaloupe, little bit of tartness, but not that much, not as much. A little bit of sweetness, a little bit of the starfruit flavor, and a little bit of loquat taste. Interesting. I actually quite like that. The green ones are totally good. The ripe ones are a little bit more powerful, but the green ones are not something to be ignored. I would totally eat the green ones as well, depending on like what kind of flavor you want. And I'm guessing that the green ones probably don't have as much vitamin C, so if you don't want to have like an overdose, like 1,000,000% of your daily value in vitamin C, I think eating like a handful of green ones would probably be a better option than a handful of red ones, but I don't know. So I think that's about it. So again, thank you so much, Bruce, for sending me these, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. I want to give a special shout out to AltPod and Smarter Every Day. They are mega patrons over on patreon.com. Patreon is how this channel happens. It's how I can afford to do all the things that I do. So if you want to help me out by supporting the channel and getting some bonuses along the way, check out the description. I also have these shirts for sale. Those are in the description as well. See you next time. Bye.